People of Japan, keep fighting. It may seem hard, because it is hard, unfortunately, but it'll get a whole lot worse when we stop fighting. And remember that although we may not share a common language, we share a common struggle, and we are together in this.
As I heard about a recent tsunami and nuclear disaster, and of course that awful earthquake, first I want to say condolence on behalf of my people to those great Japanese families who lost their dear ones in this last shocking incident. I wish that it will be the last incident forever, not only in Japan, all over the world. And I ask for your solidarity for justice-loving, peace-loving people of Afghanistan, as we are all in the same shape of humanity and doing a struggle against injustice, against occupation, and against the warmongers and the activists who are in power, especially in the wartime countries. And join your hands with us, and our heart is with all of you, and we love you.
Okay. Well, in Australia we have incredible sympathy with the people in Fukushima and elsewhere who suffered last year to the tragedy that is a result of the nuclear power system. And here in Australia we do not have nuclear power plants, but we have a uranium industry that exports to the rest of the world to participate in things like nuclear power plants with potential catastrophes, but also the nuclear weapons industry, which of course threatens the whole world. So here we are fighting against the uranium industry and for an end to Australia's participation in the uranium cycle, and we send our solidarity to people of Japan who are fighting that same fight in a different way there.
People in Japan, just want to let you know never to give up fighting, and that if you need anything from us here in Australia, please just speak up and let us know, and we'll be right there to help you, whatever you need us to do for you.
So to people of Japan, and we know how hard you have to get through the disaster that the system made of it. You know, there are many alternative energy in this world, and we have discovered that, but this system of nuclear power plant still don't use it because they can still make profit of it. So I share this concern with you, and I wish in every day that your struggle will succeed one day.
People in Japan fighting against the atomic powers, we are with you. We are here from Melbourne. We are a socialist alternative at a Marxist conference, and we heard all about what you are fighting for, and we are in solidarity with you. Go strong.
I just want to say from Australia that my father was in the occupation forces in Japan. I want to say sorry to the people of Japan for what Western imperialism did to them. I want to say also sorry to the people of Japan for the fact that the Australian government is mining uranium and sending it to Japanese power stations. And I want to say to the people of Japan and the people who are fighting that we are on your side, that the people of Australia are on your side, and that I in particular am fighting for your rights as well, and in solidarity with you.
I really want to send one message to you, is that we all are as you, and I really want to say I'm aware of the trouble of non-unionised workers that you have over their situation. I really wish that you unite somehow, get this channel of information together, you stay together, you learn, you talk to other people, you engage them, make it aware, make sure they want restart the reactors by the May 5th, and I really wish that you pull together all these trains and everything just to keep the industry shut down. I'm aware that you're relying on thermal power now, and you've been doing it successfully for how long? I really wish that you just do it, because all this is it's too bad. Please, I really hope.
You guys have lived through 2 nuclear bombs and now the Fukushima Daiichi disaster. Don't let this continue. it may look like your struggle is futile, but we are with you here in Australia. We don't want them mining the uranium in our land to build bombs, to kill innocent people, and to destroy vast amounts of land. Please fight. We are with you. Thank you.
I've been a long-term activist in the struggle for Aboriginal rights in Australia, and seeing the racist attacks by the Australian government against Aboriginal people in this country, trying to push them off their land so the mining companies can come in and benefit from digging up the uranium in their country, which is stolen land. Australia is a country founded on genocide and oppression of Aboriginal people. So I just want to express my solidarity for people in Japan fighting against the nuclear industry, and to condemn the Japanese governments, but also the Australian governments who are up to their neck in the absolute disgusting industry, up to their neck in the racism, the oppression and the suffering of people both in Australia and Japan, just to let you know that your struggle is our struggle, and together we're going to win. Thank you.
So, solidarity from Australia here. So yeah, I've heard Chair Matsumoto speak about the struggle against nuclear power in Japan. It's a very inspiring talk. Yeah, I think I haven't been an activist for very long, less than a year, but I think it's really, I've learned about the long history of struggle of the indigenous people of Australia against the mining companies that try to come into their land and steal their land in order to mine the uranium, then send overseas to places like Japan for nuclear energy. I think it's really clear how the struggles are linked, the struggles of the indigenous people in Australia and the struggle of just ordinary people in Japan against these companies in which just build these nuclear plants that obviously, as we've seen in Fukushima, are incredibly destructive and incredibly harmful to ordinary people. So again, solidarity to your struggles, and I hope that you succeed. Thanks.
The Australian working class has a strong and proud history of standing up against the uranium cycle. There has been strikes and protests in our history against this cycle, and recognising the destructive impacts that it has all around the world. We have managed to, in the past, make some real gains in breaking that cycle. Unfortunately, our government has recently wound back a number of those gains, and it's a real kind of international movement that we need to be a part of here in Australia to support those of you in Japan who are also struggling against this uranium cycle, in recognition of the destructive impacts that it has on all of our futures and on the world in general. So we're all part of the same international struggle against this destructive industry, and I wish you all the best in your fight in Japan. Thank you.
Sending my support, my solidarity to all the people fighting in Japan against this terrible tyranny of the nuclear power industry. It's a great shame that the greedy government in Australia is digging up uranium and sending it to poison people all around the world, and I pledge that I'll continue to be active to try and stop this, to try and protest against the mining of uranium in Australia, and I wish you all the success in your activities in Japan, and hopefully one day we can have a world without nuclear weapons, without nuclear power, without war, and without any of these sorts of the crimes of the rich, the crimes of the 1%, which we're seeing a lot of today. So good luck.